Hey, what's going on? Good afternoon. Purpose Seekers, Dr. B here, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Living Each Day on Purpose, where I share with you tools and strategies to discover your purpose driven life so that you can have more influence, income, and impact. And today, man, in this video, I want to give you a strategy on how to find your jam. I know that's an interesting word, but you young people know what I'm talking about, especially if you've been trying everything. You've been doing all this, doing all that, and you still can't seem to get your groove and discover your purpose in life. Well, this is going to be for you. Go ahead and share it out. And just for watching today and hanging out with me, I have a free, no obligation gift for you if you continue watching all the way to the end. There'll be a link down below where you can click on and get access to a tool to continue shifting your mindset and your negative thoughts and beliefs. And it's helped me, and I know that it's going to help you as well. So, if you've been enjoying this content, been enjoying these videos, let me know down there in the comments. And remember to like, share, and set your notifications so that you know when I am on. All right. Well, go ahead. Let's go ahead and get on into it today because I've got something I'm going to be sharing with you that I think it's going to help you out quite a bit. Because if you were with us for the last episode that I did live in Miami a couple days ago, my daughter, man, my champion, she asked me several questions for purpose seekers, which were hard hitting. I'm going to be honest with you. They were some hard hitting questions. But here's one thing that hit me the hardest out of all of them. And I'm going to address each one of those questions here the next couple days, the next couple weeks. So just stay tuned and keep it locked to the channel. But at approximately about the 6:26 minute mark, somewhere in there, and I'll put a link up here or up here to the video so you can go back and check that out. I was asked a question. She asked me a question to give my advice on what I would say to a person who was or who had been trying everything to discover their jam. That's the word she used, their jam. And I like that. And it says no matter what they've been doing, they've been failing at it over and over. They just can't seem to get it right. They just can't seem to get there. So that hit me really hard. And I wanted to take some time and give one solution today to that problem. I'm going to give you my number one solution today. I'm just going to give it up. And I am going to be giving it up as it has already been in these videos. I'm giving it up to you today because I remember my journey and how frustrated my life was before finding my mojo. See, you guys call it jam today. Back in my day, called it mojo. It was interesting, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But I knew how difficult it was and frustrating it was for me to find my mojo and begin making the kind of money, doing the types of things I love and enjoy doing, and living my purpose-driven life. I knew all along that there was better for me, but I struggled to get there. I struggled to understand it. I struggled to realize how to do it because I too was all over the place, chasing every shiny new object, putting my hands to all kinds of things, trying the latest this, the latest that, because at that time, all the noise was out there as well on all the stuff that you could do, all the things that you could set your hands to, and all of that kind of stuff. And whatever it was, I did it, but I still didn't get it. And I never did until I began to do one specific thing. And that was until I got focused. You see, knowing where you fit and knowing where I fit and knowing how to use my talents, my abilities, gifts, and skills to create the life that I dream for me and my family, it wasn't enough just to know it. It wasn't enough to just be told that I can do it. It wasn't enough for somebody else to believe that I can do it. Because knowing how something should be in theory is one thing. And I was always constantly being given the what, but it was the how. It was the how to do it. And the how to put it into practice was the other thing. It was the main thing that I was missing. See, many purpose driven people and purpose seeking people have some knowledge about what they believe they should be doing. And that's a good thing. But it's also why you're doing so many things, yet missing the mark and finding your jam. What you're missing is that one specific thing that allows you to apply that knowledge and get the results that you desire, which is the most and main thing. And that's the place of frustration that you face in your life today. So here's the solution. The solution is not just to have an idea or to have some knowledge or to have some semblance about how or what it is. It's more about getting to the how, getting to the specific. But if you're going to get to the specific, then it's going to require that you focus and specialize specifically on the how. Focus and specialize specifically on the how. What do I mean? Simply, if you're going to find your jam, then you got to get laser focused then on what it is that you do well. You have to stop trying to do so many things and get down to that one specific thing. How you do a thing is always more important than what you do. Let me say that again. How you do a thing is always more important than what you do. People focus on the what when they should be focused on the how. It's the how that'll bring you before the who, and the who that needs what you have will get you to the where. I don't care if you're a cab driver, bus driver, housewife, cook, cleaner, garbage man, restaurateur, manager, supervisor. Listen, executive. Become the best at the how. Become the best at the how, and the who will recognize you and find you and get you to your where. People like myself and others who are confident and secure in their purpose didn't just get there trying to be all over the place and have our hands in everything, doing everything. We focused on one specific thing first because we mastered it, and we had to master it, because when you master it and you find yourself in it, then the who recognizes you and helps you build out your dreams of the where. You got to develop your mastery before you can move on to the next thing. Stop just chasing this, that, and the next thing, but get focused on one very specific thing, because we believed in it and we worked at it, and then it started to work for us. You know, it's interesting because when I thought about this, I thought about my dad. And my dad had a saying for me when things would get difficult, things would get tough, and I didn't know what to do, where to go, and I was all over the place, and he would see me trying to multitask and do all these things, and he would say, son, Mojo, handle it. That's what he called me. He called me Mojo. And he would say, son, Mojo, handle it. And I knew exactly what that meant. It meant you're scattered. You're trying to do too many things, and you're not doing anything well. You're not doing anything right. Get focused. Get focused on the one thing that I gave you to do, the one assignment I gave you to do, the one task I gave you to do, and just work on that. Get that done. And when you can say that and you can do that, then you found your jam. You found your flow. You found your groove. You found your mojo. All right. And, you know, I have a little story I'm going to tell you here real quick before I bring this thing and wrap this up, because one of the things that I found in your mojo is it's about what's in your hand. When you talk about your talents, your abilities, your gifts, and your skills, and I'm going to break that down into the next video, so you just stay with me. I'm going to break all that down simple, because that's the way I teach it in my class. I teach it simple because people don't need it way up here. They need it brought down here, so it's KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Not saying that you're stupid, but that was just the saying, okay? But listen, my dad used to tell me, man, get in the groove. Find your mojo. Do that one thing and work that thing until it's done. It's completed. And when you do, then you move on to the next thing. Then you set your hands to do something else. Now you can multitask because you got one thing down well that you've mastered. Now you can add to that mastery. You can add to that skill. I remember a man by the name of Moses. And this is why I'm bringing this up, because I sat in some training this week and I felt like I was Moses in the middle. Oh, and this right side, I had a her. And, you know, if you don't know about her, and on the other side, I had an Aaron. And if you don't know about Aaron, I'll tell you a little bit about him. But these two brothers, listen, and I had a her that was a sister, and I had a him that was an Aaron. And these two people held up Moses' hands. But they held up Moses' hands for a reason, because it was what was in his hands that made him able to find his jam, to do the thing he had been assigned by God to do. When he came before the Most High God asked him, Moses, what's in your hand? Because see, Moses was giving him all the flack about what he couldn't say, what he couldn't do, what he didn't know, who he didn't know, how he didn't know how to do it. The Most High said, Moses, what's in your hand, man? He said, this is a staff, this is a rod. He said, well, I'm going to teach you how to use what's in your hand. So when you stand before those who have the opportunity, come on, to help you, to get you where you need to go. Even though Pharaoh was trying to break them and keep them, Pharaoh actually became a device in God's hand to help him and to push him. Man, we're going to be talking about toxic environment. We're going to be talking about haters. We're going to be talking about all that kind of stuff. Why? Because those are the things that push you and propel you and help you. And God said, Moses, I'm going to take that staff that's in your hand. And I'm going to cause you to rule kings with it. I'm going to cause you to do things with it, perform miracles and signs and wonders with it. Are you with me? Listen, when you start doing what's in your hand and you start setting your hands to do something, then you begin to prosper. Then you begin to see the God kind of success. Did I help anybody in here today? I hope I did. I feel like preaching. I'm fired up and I'm stirred up, but I'm going to help myself a little bit and just back up off that thing because I've given you what you needed to know. What's in your hand? Begin working what's in your hand. You're confused. You're all over the place. You don't know what to do next. You tried this, you tried that, you tried the next thing, but have you tried what your hands are being set to? Have you tried to become the best at what you do? The best driver, the best garbage man, the best manager. Listen, the master at the management, the master at the restaurant, the master behind the grill station, the master. Find the joy and opportunity in what you're doing by what you set your hands to. And the Bible said what you set your hands to will cause you to prosper. Get your hands busy about something if you want to work out your how. Use your what, and it will lead you to your how. Listen, I hope this has helped you today. And if you need some help finding your jam, contact me and I'll show you how. Down below this video, there's going to be a link in the description on how you can get that no obligation gift that I just promised you, which is 25 ways to develop a present moment mindset. And it has helped me, and it's going to help you continue to pursue your purpose-driven life. And when you go ahead and sign up, you're going to send me your email information. And guess what? I'm going to be in touch with you. I'm going to reach back out to you, and I'm going to help you walk this walk. And I'm going to help you find your what so we can get you to your how. The who will work itself out when you can find your what and start working your what. All right? So go ahead and sign up today. That's the only call to action that I have for you today. Go ahead and click the link, get signed up, get your copy. Send me your email so we can be in touch. And listen, I hope today, purpose seekers and friends, that this video has helped you. And if it has, leave me a comment and let me know. Until next time, listen, live each day on purpose because purpose never quits. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and God bless. Until then, bye for now.